The problem was, or I don't know whether it was a problem or if it was just a reality, is I was a highly functioning alcoholic, if you will, high functioning drinker. And I showed up for work every day and I got promoted and I was very, very successful. And so on the outside looking in, nobody would see this thing. I got in a car accident that afternoon. I'll never forget it as long as I live. And I'm driving. It's New Year's Eve. It's like noon and I'm already lit. And I drive into the back of somebody. I'm driving down the highway. They stop at a red light. I don't stop in time. I didn't hit them real hard. Didn't do a lot of damage. Both cars were drivable. But what I remember about that experience was I had no concern for my kids. I had no concern for the car in front of me. All I wanted to do was get this wrapped up and get to the party that was waiting for me.
Wow. Wow.
And it was a horrible night. It was an awful night. And things changed right from there. I often talk about that car ride back the next day because we were going from a resort back into the city of Pittsburgh. So it was about an hour and 15-minute drive. And it was just, I remember my wife, she wouldn't fight with me, and that was noteworthy for me because I couldn't pick a fight with her. She wouldn't even tell me how angry she was at me, and I knew, like, this woman's done with me.
Wow.
And then we had the classic conversation, you know, it's either going to be us or the drugs and the alcohol, and then I, you know, thanks be to God, I jumped into it. I did it in a pretty traditional way. The one thing is you got to have a corner man. You got to have a corner man, and what I mean by that is that you got to have somebody who's an expert at this. And some people call that a therapist, some people call that a sponsor, some people call that a coach, some people call that a mentor. But you got to have somebody with a specific skill set who is going to talk you through this stuff. Now, I firmly believe it doesn't have to be any certain type of person. It doesn't have to be a 12-step person. It doesn't have to be a therapist. It doesn't, I mean, some people will get it with somebody at church.
Right.
Some people will get it through a coach or a counselor. Some people will get it through a sponsor. It doesn't matter. Some people probably get it through a friend, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
But somebody that's going to tell you, do more of that, do less of that.